Chosen one, stop scrolling. This is not a coincidence. You were led here. God Himself has pulled you into this moment because He has reached His breaking point with the silence. The whispers are over. The warnings are done. He's raging. Heaven is roaring because the time for quiet obedience has ended and the time for divine action has begun. God said, I have held my tongue long enough. I have watched the mockery, the betrayal, the pain you endured, and I can't stay silent any longer. The shift isn't coming. It's happening right now. The spiritual realm is trembling. The things you prayed for, cried over, and thought you lost are already being released. But hear me clearly. Not everyone will survive this shift. Only those truly chosen will feel the fire and not burn. This is more than a message. This is a spiritual explosion, a divine interruption. God is about to expose what's hidden, elevate what's been buried, and unleash what's been restrained. You're about to see people removed. Doors swing open and battles end overnight. But you must be alert because when God starts to move like this, everything shakes. Before we go deeper, pause this video, take a breath, then do 3 things that will anchor you in this prophetic move. Before we dive into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video and do 3 things. Hit that like button. Subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 77, the chosen one. Listen, if you're still here, it's because your spirit knows this message is for you. The world won't understand it, and the enemy will try to distract you from it. But you are not here by accident. This is your activation. God said, I can't hold this inside anymore. The silence is over. The storm is coming. Now brace yourself, because what I'm about to reveal next will shake your soul to the core. Let's go deeper. For too long, it may have felt as if heaven was silent, as if your prayers were unheard and your struggles unnoticed. But God is no longer silent. Heaven itself has erupted with divine energy, and God's voice now echoes through the heavens with thunderous power. The divine presence that once seemed distant is now so close you can feel it in your bones. He has heard every cry, seen every tear, and witnessed every moment of your suffering. Now God is speaking loudly, declaring that His time has come to act. This is not just a whisper of hope. This is a mighty roar, a roar that shakes the foundations of the earth. God is breaking His silence with a force that will be impossible to ignore. His voice is reverberating across the universe, announcing that the time for your breakthrough has arrived. You're waiting, you're enduring, your trust. It has all led to this moment. The gates of heaven are open, and God is speaking over your life in ways that will transform your destiny. The silence is broken, and now God's voice is resonating within you. His words are not distant, but they are within your reach, ready to reshape your life. In the stillness of your waiting, you are being prepared for this moment, a moment when heaven aligns with earth to bring you the breakthrough you've longed for. Get ready, because God's voice is shaking the universe for you. When God's justice moves, it moves with fire, a righteous purging fire that burns away the obstacles in your path and consumes every hindrance standing between you and your destiny. It's not wrath for music, wrath's sake, but a divine rage that rises up for your sake. The fire that is burning in heaven right now is a fire that burns with a purpose to deliver you from the struggles and the pains that have held you captive for far too long. God is angry on your behalf. He is angry for every mocking word spoken against you, for every moment of doubt placed upon your journey, and for every injustice that has threatened your peace. But this fire is not for destruction. It is for purification. God is refining your life, burning away the impurities and the things that no longer serve you, to reveal the pure gold of your purpose. The fire of God is refining you, and in this fire you are rising stronger, purer, and more powerful than ever before. You've felt the heat of the struggle for so long, but now the heat is working for you, not against you. God's fire is burning away the chains, the doubts, and the fear. He's preparing to unleash the miracle you've been waiting for. And when it comes, it will come with such force that you'll hardly recognize your own life. The fire is divine, and the breakthrough will be unstoppable. God has seen your pain. He has witnessed every tear, every long night, every moment when you thought the breakthrough would never come. But now He is saying enough is enough. No more holding back. The time for your miracle is now. God has been quietly preparing you. But the waiting season is over. The walls that have held back your blessing are coming down, and you are stepping into a season of sudden breakthrough. Every time you've cried out for deliverance, every prayer you've prayed in desperation, they've all been heard. And now God is pouring out the very miracle you need. This isn't just about the physical breakthrough you've longed for, but the spiritual, emotional, and relational shifts that will align with it. God is unlocking doors that have been closed for so long, and you will walk through them as if they were never locked in the first place. God is unleashing your miracle, and it will be bigger and more powerful than you ever imagined. This is not a random occurrence. This is divine timing. The heavens have aligned to bring forth what you've prayed for, and it will change everything. Your destiny, your relationships, your purpose, and the very course of your life. Your miracle is on its way, and nothing can stop it now. God has been listening to your every prayer, and He has been moved by the depth of your heart. You've spent countless nights wondering if He was there, if He saw your pain, if your prayers were making a difference. But now God is speaking directly to you. He's saying, "I've heard you, and I'm done waiting." The waiting season has come to an end because heaven has decided that it's your time for a breakthrough. Every prayer you've spoken in the quiet moments, every tear you've shed in the darkness, they have all been collected by God. Your prayers have been heard, and heaven has been waiting for the perfect moment to answer them. The silence was not a sign of abandonment. It was a sign of preparation. You have been prepared for this moment of release, and now it is time to receive the blessings that have been waiting for you all along. God is stepping in to move mountains for you. What once seemed impossible is about to become your new reality. Hold on to the faith, because God is about to move in ways that will surprise and astound you. The season of pain, of struggle, and of unanswered prayers is finally over. God has seen your suffering, and He has not abandoned you. In fact, He has been working behind the scenes, setting the stage for your breakthrough. The suffering was never meant to destroy you, but to prepare you for the victory that is coming. Every hardship you've endured has been part of God's divine preparation for this moment, a moment when you will stand in the fullness of His victory. The tears you've cried have watered the seeds of your future, and those seeds are about to burst forth with an abundant harvest. God is turning your mourning into joy. The sorrow you once felt is being replaced with the joy of the Lord you have endured. You have pressed through, and now you will be rewarded with blessings beyond measure. In just a short time, you will look back at this moment and realize that the season of suffering was the very thing that propelled you into your destiny. Your answer is here, and the days of struggle are behind you. The victory is at hand, and it will be sweeter than you ever imagined. God has approved it. The miracle you've been waiting for is now in motion. His hand is moving, and nothing can stop what He has already ordained. The doors that have been closed to you for so long are opening wide, and the blessings you've prayed for are coming at lightning speed. This isn't just a hope. This is a guarantee. God's approval is a seal of assurance. What He has approved will come to pass. His approval means that heaven is fully backing you, reshaping every circumstance to ensure that your breakthrough is not just possible, it's inevitable. This is not the time to hold back or doubt. It is the time to step forward in confidence, because God has already made the way. He has already said yes to the miracle you need. The divine momentum is unstoppable, and what's about to unfold in your life will astonish even you. Prepare to walk in your miracle. It's not just a distant hope anymore. It is here, and it is moving forward with God's mighty approval. A divine eruption is happening right now, and the earth itself is beginning to shake, not in fear, but in response to God's righteous anger and His promise to release the breakthrough you've been praying for. This isn't just a metaphor. It's a spiritual shift that is causing everything around you to align in your favor. The very ground that has felt unstable under your feet is now shaking with the power of heaven's movement. When God steps in, everything changes. The forces of nature respond to His commands, and the obstacles that have seemed immovable are crumbling beneath the weight of His glory. This is a moment of divine disruption. God is tearing down the walls that have held you captive for so long. What once felt impossible, insurmountable, or even unfair is now being overturned by God's hand. You will witness the shaking of the ground around you. Relationships that have held you back, finances that have limited you, opportunities that have been denied, they will all be affected by this divine eruption. And as the earth shakes, you will rise. This is your moment to walk in the full power of God's blessing, and no force of darkness can stand against you. God is not only working to transform your life, He is positioning you to be a light to the world. You have been through the fire, and now it's time for you to shine. God's power will be seen through you in ways that will uplift society and bring glory to His name. Your journey, your testimony, and your breakthrough will serve as a beacon of hope for those around you. The struggles you've faced will be the very thing that gives you the platform to impact others. People will see God's glory in your life and will be drawn to the hope that radiates from you. Your victory is not just for you, it is for the people in your life, the community, and even the world. You will become an instrument of change, a vessel through which God's power flows to transform lives. Your story is about to have a global impact. Your victory will not be contained. It will ripple out into the world, inspiring others to believe that God is alive, that He is real, and that He still works miracles. Today, get ready to uplift society, not just in word, but in deed, because you will be living proof of God's transformative power. For every person who doubted you, who ridiculed you, or who dismissed you as insignificant, God is about to respond. This isn't a response of revenge, but one of divine vindication. Those who have mocked your faith, your dreams, or your journey will soon witness God's mighty hand moving on your behalf. This is not just for your sake, it's for the sake of God's name. God's justice does not go unnoticed. He will publicly show His favor on your life, and those who have mocked you will be forced to acknowledge the truth that God's chosen one is you. This is not about proving people wrong, but about proving that God is faithful to His promises. He has heard every prayer, seen every moment of injustice, and He is about to make His presence known in ways that will silence every critic. You won't need to defend yourself. God is defending you, and when He steps in, the whole world will know that He has chosen you, called you, and equipped you for this moment. Get ready to be lifted in front of those who doubted you, because God is about to show them who you really are in His eyes. God has chosen you. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. And you are not invisible. Heaven has declared it openly. You are the chosen one. This is not a declaration of man, but of God Himself. From the moment you were conceived, God set you apart for a purpose greater than anything you could have imagined. Now, in this very moment, that purpose is unfolding. You may have questioned your worth at times, wondering if you were good enough or if your past mistakes would disqualify you. But God sees you as His chosen vessel, a vessel of glory, of power, and of purpose. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are the one God has handpicked for such a time as this. This divine declaration will be evident to everyone around you. Your life will no longer be ordinary. You will walk in the fullness of God's calling, equipped and empowered to fulfill the divine destiny He has prepared for you. Your recognition is not about earthly approval. It's about God's divine purpose being revealed through your life. You are the chosen one, and heaven is backing you every step of the way. There was a time when you felt like your prayers were bouncing off the ceiling, but that season is over. Every word you pray now will strike the heart of God directly. Your prayers are not falling on deaf ears. They are being heard by a loving Father who is moved by your faith. Heaven is poised to answer, and your words are powerful beyond measure. In this moment, your prayers carry weight. They have the authority of heaven behind them. God is no longer distant. He is right here, and He is listening intently to every word you speak. What you pray now will be aligned with God's will and purpose for your life, and He will respond swiftly. There is power in your voice, power in your faith, and power in your prayers. Don't hold back your words. Speak boldly. Pray fervently, because God is listening and He is acting on your behalf. What you ask for, you shall receive, not because of your own strength, but because of God's grace and His mighty power working through you. God sees the way you've been mistreated. He knows the wounds that others have inflicted on you, the neglect you've endured, and the rejection you've faced. But God is declaring enough is enough. He will no longer tolerate the mistreatment of His beloved children. You are precious in His sight, and He will protect you and avenge you. The times of suffering and injustice are coming to an end. God is about to step in and make right what has been wronged. Those who have treated you unfairly will face the consequences of their actions, not by your hand, but by God's divine justice. God is your defender, and He will protect you from any further harm. You may have wondered if justice would ever come, if the pain you've endured would ever be acknowledged. Rest assured, God has not forgotten you. His justice is swift and sure, and the day of your vindication is at hand. Prepare to see God's hand move in ways that will leave no doubt in your mind that He is fighting for you. For so long you've been waiting for answers, waiting for change, waiting for the breakthrough that seemed just out of reach. But the waiting is over. God has been preparing you for this very moment, and now it's time to step into the fullness of what He has for you. Every delay, every moment of frustration has been part of your divine preparation. You are no longer waiting for something to happen. You are stepping into the future that God has already prepared for you. The doors are open, the path is clear, and the time has come for you to move forward in confidence. This is not just a new season, it's the season that you've been waiting for. The season when your prayers will finally be answered. You are ready. You are stronger, wiser, and more capable than you've ever been. This is the moment of manifestation when everything you've endured, every lesson you've learned, and every prayer you've prayed will come together in a glorious explosion of breakthrough. There is a moment when everything shifts, when what once seemed like chaos is suddenly aligned, and every detail falls perfectly into place. That moment is now. God is about to give you divine control over your life in ways you've never experienced before. What you once felt powerless over, what you thought was beyond your reach, it's about to fall into your hands. This is not control based on your strength or effort. It is the divine empowerment of God that will enable you to take command over your future. Your prayers, your faith, and your perseverance have positioned you for this moment. Now God is entrusting you with the authority to shape your destiny, to speak life over your circumstances, and to move forward with purpose and confidence. Everything that once felt out of reach will now be at your fingertips. Opportunities, relationships, dreams, all of them are coming into alignment. You are stepping into a season of divine partnership with God. He is showing you how to take control, how to be a steward of the blessings He's entrusted you with. Get ready to lead, to influence, and to create change. Because the power to shape your world is now in your hands. The years of struggle, the times when you felt helpless, those seasons have passed. This is the season of action, of influence, and of divine authority. You are no longer waiting. You are now in the driver's seat, and with God leading the way, there is nothing that can stop you. The waiting is over. The season of preparation has concluded, and the time for your destiny to unfold is now. God's time for you has come. It's not just a moment in time. It is a divine appointment. God has been orchestrating every detail of your life to bring you to this very point, and now He is calling you to rise and step into the fullness of His calling. For so long you've wondered when the breakthrough would come, when the moment would finally arrive. That moment is here. You've been chosen, prepared, and set apart for such a time as this. God is about to release the miracles, the favor, and the purpose that will catapult you into your destiny. This is your time, the time to stand tall, to walk boldly, and to take possession of what God has promised you. The time to rise above every obstacle, to let go of every fear, and to step into the fullness of God's plan for your life. You are the chosen one, and God is declaring that your time has come. He is with you, backing you, and empowering you to take the steps that will lead you into the breakthrough of a lifetime. So get ready, because what's coming next is bigger than anything you could have imagined. Your time has arrived, and the miracle you've been praying for is about to manifest before your very eyes. It's your time to shine, to rise, and to become all that God has destined you to be. It's your moment. It's your time. The heavens are about to declare God's authority in a way that will leave no room for doubt. Heaven's thunder is about to strike, and the evidence of God's power will shake everything in its path. This is not a gentle whisper, but a deafening roar, announcing that God's justice and mercy are now in full motion. His power is about to be displayed in ways that will astound even the strongest of skeptics. When God moves, it's impossible to ignore. The weight of His presence will be so tangible that you will feel the shift in the very air around you. This is not a distant event. It is happening now, and you are at the center of it. Every prayer you've ever prayed, every tear you've shed is being validated by this divine manifestation. God is about to show you that He is not just a God of words, but of action. The thunder of heaven will break open doors that were previously locked, shatter chains that once held you captive, and silence every voice that tried to undermine your worth. This moment is coming, and it will be a moment of undeniable transformation. The magnitude of what is about to unfold will leave a lasting mark on your life and everyone who witnesses it. You won't have to fight for this victory. God Himself will be your defender. The evidence of His power will be unmistakable. As the thunder echoes through the universe, it will be heard in the hearts of those who have doubted, and they will know without question that God is with you. For too long, the forces working against you have been hidden in the shadows, operating in secrecy. But now, the light of God is shining, and every secret plot, every conspiracy, every attack that has been aimed at your future is being exposed. The enemy's schemes are being uncovered, and the forces that sought to sabotage your destiny will collapse. God sees everything. There is nothing hidden from Him. Those who thought they could deceive or destroy you in secret will find themselves revealed. The truth will come to the surface, and those who plotted in the darkness will be left with nowhere to hide. What was meant to harm you will now be the very thing that God uses to propel you forward. This is a divine season of exposure. The lies will be undone, the manipulations will crumble, and God's truth will stand tall. You don't have to fight against these forces, because God Himself is pulling back the curtain and revealing the truth. The plots that were meant to tear you down are now the very catalyst for your elevation. As the hidden forces are exposed, you will rise in the power of God's truth. Your integrity and faithfulness will be evident for all to see, and the enemy's attempts to destroy you will only serve to strengthen your position. Get ready for divine justice to take its course, and watch as every attack falls apart before your eyes. Life has a way of turning unexpectedly, often when you least expect it. Just when you think all hope is lost, God will flip the story in a single, powerful moment. Everything you thought you knew about your circumstances is about to change. What seemed like defeat will be transformed into victory, and what appeared as a setback will turn into the setup for your biggest breakthrough. God specializes in the impossible. He is the master of sudden dramatic shifts. In an instant, your entire narrative will be rewritten, and what was once a story of struggle will become one of triumph. This is a moment where everything you've endured will come together in the most unexpected and profound way. Don't be discouraged by the circumstances that surround you. You go. God is writing the final chapter of your story, and He is not bound by time or the opinions of others. In a flash, everything will turn around. The closed doors will swing wide open, and the path ahead will be paved with miracles. When God steps in, He turns impossibilities into possibilities. So don't be afraid when everything seems to fall apart. Know that God is in control, and the unexpected turn you've been waiting for is just around the corner. Get ready for the divine reversal. There was a time when you felt overlooked, underestimated, and even forgotten. But God is about to show you that those seasons were just preparation for what's coming. From being overlooked to being overloaded with blessings, you will experience a sudden, overwhelming outpouring of favor and goodness that will leave you speechless. In this season, blessings won't trickle in slowly. They will come faster than you can comprehend. Opportunities, finances, relationships, and dreams will manifest in ways that seem almost too good to be true. It will feel like an explosion of divine favor, and you will be amazed at how quickly things are changing for you. God has been storing up blessings for you, waiting for the perfect time to release them. That time is now. You will find yourself in a season of abundance where everything you touch prospers. The work you've put in, the sacrifices you've made, and the prayers you've prayed will all come to fruition, and in ways beyond your wildest imagination. Get ready for blessings that will make you pinch yourself in disbelief. From overlooked to overloaded, this is your time to step into the fullness of God's promises. Everything you've been waiting for is about to arrive, and it's going to come in abundance. There's a shift coming so profound, so intense, that it will create divine shockwaves. God's movement in your life will be so sudden and so dramatic that it will stun everyone watching. No one will be able to deny the hand of God in your transformation. This is not a subtle change. It's a visible, undeniable act of divine intervention. In the blink of an eye, God will move in ways that defy logic and reason. People who've doubted you, written you off, or thought you'd never make it will be forced, to stand in awe of what God is doing in your life. His power will be on full display, and the world will know that He is at work. These divine shockwaves will have a ripple effect. The momentum of God's movement will carry you forward at a speed and intensity you've never experienced before. Those who have been watching from a distance will no longer be able to sit back and observe. They'll see the hand of God moving so powerfully in your life that they'll be compelled to ask, "What just happened?" God's movement in your life will be unstoppable. You won't have to chase after it. It will come to you. Prepare to witness the shock waves of divine favor and power shaking everything around you. God is about to do something so big that no one will be able to deny. There was a time when your name was overlooked, dismissed, or even mocked. But now your name will echo across the halls of influence, and those who once ignored you will speak about you in awe. God is about to make you a household name, and it will be for His glory, not yours. What others overlooked, God is about to elevate. He is giving you a platform that no one can deny. You may have been hidden in the background, but now it's your time to shine. As God opens doors that you couldn't even dream of, your name will resonate in rooms you once only dreamed of entering. The very people who dismissed you will soon find themselves unable to ignore the greatness that God is manifesting music in your life. Their opinions will shift, and they will be forced to acknowledge the favor of God upon you. Your story will be one of divine vindication, and your name will be spoken with reverence. Get ready for the echo of your name to reverberate throughout places of influence. The same people who once ignored you will now be watching in awe as God's favor opens doors that no one can shut. Your time to rise and shine is here. The very fabric of time to work in your favor. What once seemed delayed or out of sync will now align perfectly, and you will find yourself moving at a pace that is nothing short of supernatural. This acceleration will not just affect one area of your life, but everything you've been waiting for. It's the divine hand of God speeding up the fulfillment of His promises for you. You've been patient, you've persevered, and now God is unlocking the gates of acceleration. The things you've prayed for, the dreams you've carried in your heart for years, are now coming to fruition at a pace that will blow your mind. Delays are breaking, and time is bending for you because God is determined to release your blessings and bring your destiny into alignment faster than you could ever imagine. For every enemy who thought they could hold you down, for every person who tried to stand in your way, God is about to elevate you in ways they can never follow. Your enemies, those who have ridiculed you, undermined you, or wished for your downfall, will watch in stunned silence as God lifts you higher than they ever imagined. This elevation is not just about worldly success, it's a divine promotion. God is raising you up in a way that makes you untouchable. Your enemies will be left speechless, unable to understand how you've risen to such heights. They, the Lord, they knew your story, but they will soon realize that God had a completely different plan for you. What was meant to harm you will now be the very thing that God uses to propel you forward. The tables are turning, and those who mocked you will be forced to acknowledge the divine favor that is on your life. God will elevate you in ways that leave no room for jealousy or comparison, and your enemies will be left to watch from the sidelines as you walk in the victory God has prepared for you. Your success will be undeniable, and it will come with a peace and confidence that cannot be shaken. God is promoting you, and those who once tried to stop you will have no choice but to stand by in awe, knowing that what God has done for you is beyond their comprehension. There's a season of unexplainable favor that is about to sweep over your life, and it will leave everyone around you in awe. Doors you never knocked on, opportunities you never even considered will begin to open automatically without you lifting a finger.